you've seen a lot that has gone on then, especially during COVID, when the courts had to use YouTube and Zoom quite a bit. First I was upset because I thought, they're saying the courts are essential, and I thought, well, wait a minute. They cannot keep up the facade for 2 or 3 years.
Right.
And now we can watch them, and we can prove what they're doing.
I know the first hearing that they were like, it's going to be on Zoom, and I was like, I don't want to do that. I want to be in person, but it was the best thing that ever happened.
Best thing that ever happened. So in Texas, in our Constitution, it says the court shall remain open. The court shall be open. Do you think that we should always be having all of the hearings, even though we're no longer in COVID? I look at it, the way that I read the Constitution, the way that I understand different case law and everything, and Supreme Court opinions and everything else, I think we have a duty, an obligation, the right and the privilege to monitor our courts. They are our courts. We pay for them.
Yes.
So, do you think that because of the injustice that takes place in our system, that perhaps if the state of Texas is going to err, we already know they have cameras in the courtroom.
Yes.
That they should err on the side of more transparency, not more secrecy.
I think since they all are set up for Zoom and they all have YouTube channels, I think it should be going all day, every day. Every time there's a judge in the courtroom, I think it should be playing.
Yeah. Why do you think it is that I've had some attorneys that have been mad at me and some judges that have been not friendly toward me because we have seen what's gone on and we've called them out on it.
They don't like it.
And so, in other words, you think that probably things that are going on in the courtrooms that
they're being exposed and they don't like it.
Yeah.
They don't like being exposed.
Yeah. So right now, here you are. It's 4 years that you've not had that relationship with your daughter. Is there any hope in sight right now?
I don't see any right now. I reach out to her and she doesn't respond back, but maybe one day she will. And I'm still advocating for her.
Yeah. So, and here's something that I'd like to ask you about, because you had a judge there and you had an attorney. The attorney caused the problem. I always would tell my kids, if you make a mess, you clean up the mess.
Right.
If you cause a problem, you try to fix it. You may not be able to fix it, but you make attempts to do so. This attorney, what was her name?
Her name was Amanda Harris.
So do you think Amanda Harris has an obligation to try to bring some type of reconciliation? And I'm going to say pro bono for free.
I think so. I think that yes, I do.
Do you think that if she doesn't, that she should be disbarred?
I do. She tore up a family on purpose and then withdrew within a month and left us
in shambles. Yeah. And how about the judge? What are your thoughts about the judge?
I don't think you really want me to say that, but
okay.
Anyway, I think he is unethical. I actually, let me just tell you something that he said. And he said that, I've made mistakes with my own children. I don't need to make mistakes with other people's children. But I'm going to go ahead and suspend your visitation after we went through 50-something violations, every single one my ex admitted to. But the judge suspends my visitation and tells me that I have problems.
Who's this judge?
His name is Judge Stuart Messer.
Judge Stuart Messer.
In the 100 Judicial District Court.
Okay. Well, Judge Stuart Messer, we would think that at the same point in time, you also have an obligation. So we have an attorney, we have a judge that has led to the destruction of a family. And Jessi, right now, you said that because of what you've gone through, you've been helping other people, other families. Tell me a little bit about what that looks like.
So it's really all the same. It's the same tactics. It's the same. They all use the same thing. It's all about money.
Right.
That's what they do. More conflict, more money they make. The longer they can drag it out, the more they can make. They don't care what happens to these families.